In this episode, we are going to be transforming our base because it looks like this. Hello. So, as you can see, I have decorated this interior a bit with the amethyst and the azaleas hanging from the ceiling. I've named this parrot, and I think I'm gonna name this parrot David. And I also named this cat Finley, this cat Sam, and this cat Lottie. I have this lava dispenser which I made, so there's like anything we don't want, we can just put it in the lava dispenser and it'll burn it all. I have this book. First thing I want to do is to build an apiary on the northwest side, which is over here. So yeah, it's day 403, so I need to keep that in mind. I think I might use bricks for it. I feel like since bees are going to be trapped in here, yes, I might have to make it quite big. Also, thank you for 200 on the last episode. Trust the algorithm and profits will follow. Does no one understand the reference? Anyone? Okay. So then I had to mark out how big it was going to be. Okay, so I think we've marked that out. Yeah, I think we might need a lot of glass. I then started to build a frame out of bricks. I did have to flatten out a lot of ground though, and now we can start getting rid of all of the trees. There we go, all done. But now we can get back to building this. I then set more bricks off smelting. After that was finished, I did the rest of the frame. And now we get to place all of this glass. But I'm not sure if we should just do it as panes. Do you know what? I think we got like way too much glass here. Because look, panes would add a bit more depth, wouldn't it? Now I think I'm going to add in some brick beams. So basically just some slabs that will go round the edge and also in the middle like this. And then I had more bricks to smelt, so I decided to put these little lights all over the place. And do you know what? I think they looked quite good. Anyway, back to the project. I decided to divide the roof up into little squares. I was going to do glass in here, but now I'm thinking like leaves. And I would do azalea leaves, but I feel like those are a bit overused. And I think I might go with birch leaves. So now we can go up here and start placing. And yeah, we should probably also add some leaves in like that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's literally so much better with that on in it. Now we need to have a proper way of lighting this place up rather than just torches. So I'm thinking like ochre frog lights. Ooh, nautilus shells, yes. Also, I didn't realise this, but it's actually day 420. It took way longer than I wanted it to for me to find any frogs. But eventually I found some which I then bred together, giving me 4 tadpoles. So I took 2 to the snowy biome and 2 back home so that I could get some temperate frogs, which I then used to collect frog lights. But don't worry, I won't make it that hard for me to get frog lights again, because I just dug a big hole in the nether and put some frogs in it, and that's the home. Yeah, now we might need to do the floor of this thing, and I actually don't know about this floor. Yeah, I was thinking like podzol. We might do patches of podzol. I think that's always the play. No, I don't really like that, actually. Great, we've just made that whole place look ugly for nothing. But I really think that we could start by bone mealing all ground, and then there will be flowers and stuff. Let's get some flowers from this chest. So, wait, what? I just bone mealed it and got a pink... I didn't know that. You can get tulips if you bone meal in a flower forest. What? Whoa, wait. What is that? It's like these are... Oh. The last thing I had left to do was add the bees. And plus bees are just so cute. Like, look. And after I'd done that, the build was done. Okay, next I want to build a big wheat field all over, like, here. I think I'm gonna just build a wall. After I had built the wall, I started planting the seeds. And would you look at that? We have planted a full circle of crops. If only I had an elytra to fly over this whole field. I'm really sorry, but we might just have to leave it there for this project. But nevertheless, we have planted a lot of crops. Like, look at that. There's just so much wheat. And it was a shame we couldn't make a replay out of that, because it would have been such a good replay. So now I think I'm gonna build a few farms over right here. And I was really stuck for ideas on what to do for the sugarcane farm, so I decided to build a small house out of stone bricks and wood, which meant deleting a hill. But now that that's all flattened, we can start building. There. I mean, it's looking a lot less prison-y when I do that, which is good. Well, I guess I would feel right at home since it's like school, ha 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 ha. I then started building a roof, but I eventually decided on a mix of slabs and stairs instead, which actually ended up looking better. I then did another layer of slabs and stairs. And then stairs all the way up and slabs for the roof. And now, okay, look, it's bare dark in here. I think we need to light it up with some lanterns. Not stopping this until, okay, percent of players can, there we go. I think a mill would look nice, but it ended up looking questionable at the start. But then I realised what was wrong and fixed it. I even added some water there so that it would be like it's moving the water round, because isn't that what mills do? Right, the last thing we need to do is to add the sugarcane and also the water. There we go. Now let's waterlog all of that. Is sugarcane on here? Yes, it is. Thank you. Wait, I need to add water here so that I can actually plant sugarcane on here, don't I? There. Now we need to build a path there. And there we go, we have finished the sugarcane farm. Unfortunately, I didn't get a screenshot of the outside. Now we're going to build a carrot and potato farm. I did go to the jungle to get some jungle because I wanted to use some jungle wood. So I wanted to go from here to like maybe over here. There, that's the frame finished. I then wanted to put vines all around the farm. Can you plant vines on here? No, you can't. That is... I don't like that. How could you deny the slabbage? So I decided to just put jungle leaves all around the top. I was going to fill in those squares with jungle leaves anyway. So not only is this a carrot and potato farm, but it also doubles up as a vine farm. I added a mini storage room for all of the crops. So we'll need 6 item frames. Back to the squares. I did something really similar to the apiary here. I don't know if this place needs a fence. I think it might do. All we have left to do now is to add the water and plant the crops. Also, yeah, I added some lanterns, as you can see, just so that the crops can actually grow. Okay, we've done that. Yeah, let's do this. Wait, actually, no, I think those can be spruce. No! Yeah, that's looking better with the spruce. Oh, yay, we get to wait for these to grow. Yay! I want to do it alternating, where one is carrots and then the next one is potatoes. While I wait, I think I might start building a cocoa farm over here. And also a melon and pumpkin farm. And the cocoa farm is going to be like in the middle. So I want to have like a tunnel kind of connecting to the melon and pumpkin. I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do for the melon and pumpkin farm. Okay, I've done that. Now for the melon and pumpkin farm. I definitely want to plant a few trees. I might do azalea trees. How about we do dark oak saplings? I also decided to add some mushrooms. Okay, I think it would be a lot easier if we just went over like here and just bone-meal loads of these trees rather than having to dismantle a tree every time we grow one. I think this should be enough saplings. I'm gonna kill this guy by making him stand on the magma block. I then got to bone mealing trees and mushrooms and lighting the place up. Oh, we like this. Oh, that's a very tall mushroom, okay? You know what? Screw it, I'm not waiting for those. So I decided to milk the classic glowstone hanging from a chain trick. We've been saving the most important part of a melon and pumpkin farm till last. Okay? So I decided to plant them like this with the water in the middle. And then later I also added jack-o'-lanterns for a bit of extra light. So look, I have a problem. Do you know how I was going to fight the Wither at the end of the episode? Well, I think now is the time where we need to just man up and do it. I then went to the fortress to collect Wither heads. Wait, we got one. Let's go. Oh, we've got 2 skulls. Let's go. Oh, I just threw an ender. Oh, we've got fire resistance. I literally just ender pearled into lava. That's why fire resistance exists, kids. No skull for that. Oh my god, we just got the 3rd skull that we need. I then spent some time brewing some potions such as regen, speed, strength that I really didn't need. I mean, the regen was useful, but still. And I also got power 5 on my bow. Here is where I want to fight the Wither, okay? No, we're not having any grass. Right, look. Bring it on, okay? Withering Heights, let's go. Run for your life. Run. So I think that the first half of the fight is going to be very easy. Yeah, just tank all the Wither hits. Just tank all the hits. Tank all the hits. Right, now I'm actually getting kind of low. Forgot to drink this. Okay, right. And we beat it. Let's go. We got the Nether Star. That was easy. Then I went home to build a beacon, and I definitely didn't make the top layer 5 blocks, as you can see. So I ended up having to shift it down 1 layer. There we go. Last thing we need to do is give ourselves speed 2 and iron ingot. Yep. Then we should have speed 2. Now, I think it's about time we did something about this. After I had cleaned that up, I decided that an Axolotl Sanctuary would be good, and it ended up looking like this. I lost the footage of me building it because I forgot to unpause because I was an idiot. I thought an axolotl on top of the sanctuary would be cool, so you can just see my questionable attempt at building it. For the interior, I went with copper around the edges for the roof and then warped wood in the middle, and I wanted the copper to oxidise, and then it would be blue. I added some light blue glass because this thing really needs some windows. Then I dug 2 big holes and needed to build a bridge over them. But now we're going to nip to the ice farm because we need to fill them with water. Yeah, we need to go to the mangrove swamp because there's a tropical ocean near there. And that's where we're going to get coral from. See, look, there's the coral reef. And before we were going to a coral reef that's like 5,000 blocks away. I then went to the lush cave to collect some axolotls. There's lots of axolotls here. Let's get you and you and probably you. It's not you are stuck in a drip leaf, okay. Never had that one before. I then added the coral to the tanks. And we mustn't forget to bone meal it afterwards. You know, the bubble coral actually looks quite nice, like the actual coral stuff. Right, sea pickles. Sea pickles are actually Giga Chad. You know what? Maybe we don't need it to all be bright. Now, let's grab our bone meal, which we do not have. Oh wait, we have bones. Let's go. Now let's add the axolotls. There you go, there you go. There. I started making a little stream, which is a neat detail. I've decided that one day I'm just going to sit here and go all the way down. The last project I want to do is to build an animal barn because we don't actually have any sheep or anything in this world. I wanted this build to use a lot of wood, so I got to chopping. I started building a frame out of stripped logs. Unfortunately, all of the replays for this barn got deleted because replay mod is stupid. Okay, this is the shape I came up with. Anyway, I feel like we should add some beams. I used spruce wood for the walls, but I lost the footage, so we're just gonna have to skip. We have actually built all of that, but we can't just have it like that, can we? We're gonna have to add some windows, so more chopping. I'm wondering whether we should do oak fences for the windows. I started adding these shapes all around the barn. Which I then filled with oak fences. Let's start to build the same beams on the inside because it would be good. And then I started building the roof. I do want to have some more fences in there. There we go. Windows added. Now we need to do more placing. Right, now we need to decorate the inside of it because it's a little dark and mobs can spawn in here during the day. Let's grab some podzol. I wanted to use jack-o'-lanterns to light the place up. If you're wondering why there's podzol in here, it's because I bone mealed some trees and I left the podzol. But now we need to replace the rest of it with podzol. And there, we've placed podzol everywhere, and this is just grass because it's for the sheep. I am aware that this build is fully made of wood, so we are going to have to get a lightning rod. And I decided to grow some trees outside it to just make it look more foresty and also better. I then marked out the pens for the animals. Now I want to do some texturing with some grass and some soul soil. I also added a little path to bring it alive, kind of. I think we should get this path sorted. I think now let's grow more trees. Do you know what it's missing? Mushrooms. Yep, it's the classic glowstone hanging from a train again. The last thing I needed to do was to bring the animals. Just bringing animals right through the centre of my house. Nothing questionable happening here. But yeah, I hope you all like your new homes. And I hope you liked this video. And I mean that figuratively. And I hope you literally liked the video. So, thanks for watching. Goodbye.